Hi, my name is Jason Malcolm, Fatherhood Initiative Program Manager here at Madonna Place. We put this video together for anyone who's going to court or considering going to court. Please keep in mind that this information is for general use and not specific to any situation or specific scenario.
Hello, my name is Christopher Anderson. I'm a lawyer in Norwich, Connecticut. I've been practicing law for 30 plus years, representing mostly people that have been injured due to the negligence of others. So I've seen a lot of time in court, but I also practice in criminal court as well. So I've seen a lot of situations in both courts, civil and criminal. What I'm going to do is explain some things that I think are important about going to civil court. The first thing I would say is that every court is different. So if you're in court in Putnam, things are set up differently than they are in Danielson, than they are in Norwich, than they are in New London. So if you have to be in court, I would find out ahead of time, where do I have to be, what time do I have to be there, and what room do I have to show up in. The second thing I would say is when you're in court, you have to dress appropriately. You don't have to come in a suit, but you can't come in shorts and a tank top. In fact, if you come in shorts and a tank top, they're going to send you home. And I'll tell you a story. I tried a case up in Putnam in the 90s where the person that was on trial came to court dressed appropriately, but her boyfriend who came with her came in shorts and a tank top. And he was asked to leave the courthouse, and he was supposed to testify for her in her case. So it was a big mistake. So dress appropriately, but make sure that you don't wear shorts and you don't wear tank tops. And remember that you're trying to make an impression on someone. Make sure that everything that you are supposed to bring to court is in order. If you have documents that you need to bring, if you have, I don't know, if there's a protective order in place, if you need to bring insurance information, if you need to bring proof that your license is in effect, any sort of documentation that you think you need, have it in order, and have copies made for the other side. Probably have two copies, one for the other side and one for the judge, just in case. Get there early. Get there 30 minutes, 15 minutes early so that you know, especially if you haven't been to the courthouse, you know exactly what elevator to take. You have to get through the security at the front. There's a metal detector. You'll have to place all of your keys and everything into a bin, and that's got to go through the metal detector. Make sure your phone's off or it's on silent. Make sure you're not chewing gum. You don't have a drink with you. They won't let you bring drinks into the courthouse. They won't let you bring food into the courthouse. So make sure that you don't have any of those things with you. It's similar to going to an airport. You know, it's a similar process to getting into a courthouse in Connecticut. When you go into a courtroom, make sure you're respectful to everyone in the courtroom. You know, there's obviously the judge, which I'm sure you would be respectful to, but there's also marshals that work in the courthouse. There are clerks that work in the courthouse. There are many different people that work in the courthouse. Be respectful to everyone, because you never know who may help you in a situation. And listen, in 30 years of doing this, I've made sure that I'm respectful and polite and nice to everyone, and it pays dividends. If the jury clerk likes you and you need to get out early, or you need someone excused because they live on your street, they might do you a favor. That's all about being respectful to people. When you're in front of the court, don't interrupt when somebody's talking. Don't get angry when somebody's talking. You may hear things from the other side that you disagree with or you don't like. The worst thing you can do is to get upset. Because if you get upset, the court is going to want to stop that or control that, and you're probably not going to get points with the judge or anyone in the courtroom for that matter. So remain calm. Remember, everybody's got a job to do. You're going to hear things that you don't like. If you're going to hear stuff from a police report, you're certainly going to hear things that you don't like and you may disagree with, but you have to sit there and take it and wait for your turn to say your side of the story. Now, if you have to testify in court, there's a rule that I teach my clients and anyone that has to testify, whether it be in court or a deposition. And it's basically a 3-part rule, because when you're testifying, it's a question and answer process. You don't testify by just going up and telling your story. Someone has to ask you questions. A lawyer would ask you questions. The judge would ask you questions, and you have to respond to it. I think it's very important, if you're going to court, to follow the 3 steps. First, do I understand the question? Because if you don't understand it, you don't answer it. Don't try to guess or speculate. If you understand the question, then you can move on to 2. Do I have an answer to the question? You might understand the question, but you don't have an answer. So you just tell the person, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I can't remember. I don't recall. If you understand the question and you have an answer to the question, the 3rd step is, can I answer this question short and sweet? Is it a yes or no question? I always tell people, what color was the sky? Blue. That's the answer. It's not blue with puffy little clouds, and I was driving home from work and I stopped at a package store and I bought a 5th of vodka and I was drunk. Didn't ask you all those questions. They asked you what color the sky was. Sky was blue. I told you, I do a lot of personal injury litigation. If a client say, were you injured? Yes, I was. Make them ask the next question of, what part of your body was injured? Oh, my back was injured. My leg was injured. Did you receive medical treatment? Yes. Make them ask the next question. That's when you're testifying, because when you're testifying, you want to make sure that you're answering the question and only the question. So some questions have to be answered with more words, basically. You have to tell a story. You have to say something in your own words. If someone asks you to testify in your own words how something happens in court, well, then you have to answer it in more than 1-word answers. So obviously you have to do that. But answer the question as succinctly as you can, and then stop talking and wait for another question. I think if you follow those rules, know where to be in the courthouse, dress appropriately, silence your phone, treat everyone with respect. Here's another one. If you appear before a judge, keep your hands out of your pockets. Judges don't want you to come up there and have your hands in your pockets and are looking down, at the desk. They want you to have your hands at your side or in front of you. They want you to treat them as your honor, treat them with respect, and answer clearly and without getting angry. So, and then when you're testifying, remember those 3 rules. Do I understand the question? Do I have a response? And can I answer it short and sweet? And I think if you remember all of those things, court will be a better experience for you.
Hello, my name is Will Marquez, a bilingual case manager with the Fatherhood Program. Family court or child support court issues can be very stressful. Many fathers find themselves overwhelmed when they know they need to go to court. As men, occasionally we go to anger first. This is not the time to show anger. You need to be prepared, calm, and professional. You can think, the judge has my life in his hands. I'm coming into a losing battle, especially if you lost in the past. It is easy to carry the anger with you, but if you come into a new court date, you have to come in thinking positively. Our staff can help you feel more comfortable and more knowledgeable about how to approach an impending court date or have a conversation about something you have considering when it comes to filing paperwork.
Hello, my name is Mario Emmanuel, and some questions you may have are, what should I do? What is expected of me? How can I have enough time to tell the judge my side of the story? And what just happened at my court appearance? What happens next?
Hello, my name is Brian. We assist fathers with questions such as these on a regular basis. While we can't provide legal advice, our staff are available to discuss your unique situation and concerns in a non-judgmental manner that will help guide you towards a resolution. The idea of filing court documents or attending court can be stressful. Our goal is to help you feel organized and confident with whatever the next steps are for your individual case.
We hope this video has been informative and it will help you as you consider your next steps in going to court or engaging in ongoing court proceedings. Good luck, and remember, our Fatherhood program is here to assist you along the way if you may need it.